Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you all to City Hall for the swearing-in of the members of the three critically important bodies and positions in Baltimore. First, we will do the first ever members of the Opioid Restitution Advisory Board. Then we will move to our new Director of Transportation and our new Planning Commission Chair, and we'll do them in that order. First, we'll start with the Restitution Advisory Board, and again, welcome to City Hall, welcome to Black History Month in Black Baltimore, where we celebrate Black history all day, every day. When we announced my executive order on opioid restitution funds in August, right here, we opened the application for the city's first opioid restitution fund advisory board. More than 180 people raised their hand and offered to be of service in this way. All of the applications were reviewed by a selection committee and scored based on several criteria, including their personal and professional experiences engaging with people with substance use disorder, their understanding of the needs of individuals who use drugs, their familiarity with the existing programs in Baltimore City, and their express commitment to addressing equity. The top-ranked candidates were then interviewed by a committee of internal and external experts in the substance use field, and finalists were sent to me for approval. As you can imagine, selecting this board was not easy. There were so many incredibly talented candidates who offered themselves in service, and we want to say thank you to all of them. Ultimately, I am proud of this board. It's diverse in background experience, perspective, and profession, but united in their commitment to make Baltimore a leader in our response to the opioid epidemic. The work of this board is going to be absolutely critical in helping to advise and shape the way that the city disperses the restitution funds we're receiving and ensuring that it is being utilized effectively and in a way that centers the needs of all Baltimoreans for the full duration of the fund. You'll be hearing a lot more from this group as the city's litigation comes to an end soon, Madam Solicitor, hopefully. But the work that has gone into bringing this group together, poring over their applications and their personal stories to find the right makeup and getting everyone on board is indicative of the tireless day-to-day work that has been happening behind the scenes. The fact that there are countless Baltimoreans working nonstop in a variety of ways to tackle this crisis seems to get lost sometimes in the public disclosure. But I know the work of this board will serve to help to elevate and support so much of that work, in turn making it easier to save lives, which is the most important thing. I want to thank my team, especially Deputy Mayor Murrell, Executive Director Whaley, Augusta Gribetes, and the entire interview team, including our colleagues from the Health Department, Jennifer Martin, Sadia Mukeef, and Chakara Green, our Mayor's Office of the Homeless Services Director, Ernestina Simmons, Tiffany Scott, Bobby Harris, Krista Taylor, Erica Bridgeford, and Dr. Eric Weintraub. I would also like to thank Solicitor Thompson and her team, as well as our outside counsel, for the incredible work they've done to secure these funds, without which none of us would be standing here today. This amazing group standing behind me is going to help guide the city's opioid restitution funds. So let me tell you a little bit about each of them. The members of Baltimore's first Restitution Advisory Board are Dr. Paul Alterbar, who is a licensed clinical social worker who has worked in programs to address substance use, mental health, and racial trauma, including with Morgan State for many years on behavioral health community-led projects. Paris Bonds is a Baltimore native and senior training specialist with Patients Program at the University of Maryland School of Pharmacy, where she creates opportunities for patient-centered and community-engaged healthcare research. Dimitri Marlon Garner moved to Baltimore in 2018 for substance use disorder treatment and has worked at Franklin Square Hospital as a peer recovery specialist and now supports other MedStar health projects across the region. Carlos Harding has over 30 years of experience delivering substance use related programming in Baltimore, including at organizations like Dee's Place, and founded an organization that developed the criteria and certifications for recovery housing across the state of Maryland. Ricard Jones is the political director for 1199 SCIU, a large healthcare union, and the acting president of the Baltimore City NAACP. In addition to her professional expertise, her work on the Restitution Advisory Board will be informed by her family's lived experience with the overdose crisis. Charles McCleary was born and raised in East Baltimore and is a peer recovery coach at Johns Hopkins Bayview Psychiatric Unit. William Staten works at LifeBridge Health as a peer recovery specialist and draws from both his family and personal experience with the overdose epidemic. Fatima Wilkerson was deeply impacted by addiction and overdose in her family as a child growing up here in Baltimore, and is committed to addressing the impact of the opioid epidemic on children and families. Unfortunately, she is unable to be with us today, but is being appointed, and I will swear her in at another time. Adam, I'm trying to get this one right. Triunfo created and currently oversees the peer recovery program at Catholic Charities. Dr. Danielle Graham is an associate professor at Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health with over 20 years of experience in substance use research and practice focusing on the social context of health behavior and well-being among marginalized populations. Shonda Brown is a licensed social worker who has extensive experience overseeing services across affordable housing communities, including piloting a peer recovery program and working with the community builders to launch a wellness center to respond to overdoses she and her team have witnessed. Dr. Meredith Kerr is a nurse practitioner who provides medication for opioid use disorder through the BHLI Project Connection at Spark Street Medicine Program. Carl Green Jr. has worked at a recovery center in Harford County and now works at Baltimore Safe Haven and will bring his personal and professional experience with the overdose epidemic to the Restitution Advisory Board. Jerry Byrd is the Chief of Staff to our fabulous Lieutenant Governor Aruna Miller and is Governor Wes Moore's appointed to the Restitution Advisory Board. Ms. Byrd will help ensure alignment and coordination between Baltimore's Restitution Fund and the state's overdose efforts, including the Maryland Opioid Restitution Fund. Welcome back to City Hall, Jerry, which we know you are very familiar with. Councilman Dr. John Bullock need no introduction. We know he is representing the Baltimore City Council and is nominated by the council president and agreed upon by me. Also, Councilwoman Felicia Porter, who is the chair of the Health Committee for the City Council and is a public health advocate focused on building healthy communities in Baltimore City. Krista Taylor is the CEO of the Behavioral Health Systems Baltimore, Baltimore's local behavioral health authority. Our fire chief, Chief James Wallace, is a non-voting member of this board. Mary Beth Holler is our interim health commissioner, who is a non-voting member of this board. And Sarah Whaley, my executive director of overdose response, is serving as a non-voting co-chair of this board. This is an incredible group. I'm looking very much so to watching their work and working with them, each and every one of them, as we continue to make progress in tackling this issue in Baltimore. So let's give them a big round of applause. All right. Now this is the point where I say to everyone, this is your last chance. If anybody is having any second, third, fifth, 50, 11 guesses, speak now or forever hold your peace, because once we swear you in, the work shall continue each and every day. Is everyone ready? Yes. Hold on. Hold on. You know. You guys sound like you're still upset about Andrews dropping the pass. Opening day is coming. Let's try that again. Are you guys ready? Yes. There we go. There we go. So this is how we're going to do this. We're going to all raise our right hands, and when I say I, say I. Everyone, all at once, states their name, and then we'll go through like that, okay? I'm going to move this around, because I'm blocking everybody. I can block Ebony. She's not getting sworn in today. All right. I do swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of Maryland and support the Constitution and laws thereof. And that I will, to the best of my skill and judgment, diligently and faithfully, without partiality or prejudice, execute the office of member of the Restitution Advisory Board, according to the Constitution of Maryland and the laws of Baltimore City. Congratulations to Baltimore City's first Opioid Restitution Advisory Board. All right, now we got to do the fun part. Got to go over here and sign everybody in. I should have had a wireless mic. All right, Dr. Archibald.
Look, don't stop. Don't stop. So we keep back the past.
Give us some red. Give us some red. You know, I love red, but I believe.
All right, let's give him a big round of applause again. All right, we're going to do questions in sections. So any questions about Restitution Advisory Board stuff before we move on to our other swearing-ins? All right, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations again. Council members, you guys can stay if you want, if you want to stay for DOT. All right, everybody, good afternoon, good afternoon. We're gonna keep it going here. We'll just ask everybody to be a little quiet. Madam Solicitor, we know that's hard for you. Thank you. I am proud to stand here before you today to administer the oath of office to Veronica Perry McBeth as the new director of the Baltimore City Department of Transportation. But before we go too far, I want to thank Sanaya and Kyle for sharing your mother with us every day. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Sania, thank you very much for sharing your mother with us on all those late nights working snowstorms. We appreciate you very much. And to Veronica's parents, your love and support have made this moment possible. We wouldn't be here without you, so thank you very much. We all know that transportation is the backbone of any thriving city, and at its best, it connects residents to jobs, education, healthcare, opportunity, and it fuels our local economy, helps businesses grow, and communities thrive. And now more than ever, with all that is happening in the place that Veronica worked last, in Washington, D.C., we must also recognize that at its worst, misguided policies and missed opportunities can reinforce racial and economic equality, dividing neighborhoods, limiting access, and making it harder for our residents to thrive. That is why we need a strong, visionary leader here at DOT, a leadership that understands that transportation is not just about roads, bridges, and buses, but about people, safety, and equity and opportunity. And we also need someone that understands our city. Veronica is no stranger to Baltimore or the challenges and opportunities that come with leading a transportation agency in a major city. With over 20 years of experience in transportation planning and policy, including a presidential appointment to the U.S. Department of Transportation, she has built a career delivering innovative and equitable solutions. She has worked at every level of government, and in her previous role as Transit Bureau Chief for Baltimore City, she led major efforts, including the expansion of multimodal options in Baltimore, securing millions in grant funding, and spearheading Baltimore's bike share program. She understands the unique transportation needs of our city and has the experience to make lasting positive change. Under Veronica's administration, we will continue to focus on working with our state partners to improve public transit, ensuring that residents can reliably get to work, young people can get to school, and older adults can access the essential services that they need to stay connected in their communities. Investing in pedestrian and bicycle infrastructure to make our streets safer for all users. Advancing Vision Zero initiatives to eliminate traffic-related deaths. Securing and maximizing federal infrastructure funding to improve our roads, and yes, that means repaving them, bridges and transit systems. Making sure that transportation projects are done with communities, not to communities, ensuring meaningful engagement and transparent decision-making. Transportation is one of the most powerful tools we have to create opportunity, connect communities, and build a stronger Baltimore. Veronica, your leadership, vision, and dedication will help move Baltimore forward, ensuring that our transportation system serves every resident, no matter their zip code, income, or background. It is my honor to officially swear you in as a director of the Baltimore City Department of Transportation. If you are ready to take that swear in. You're in. All right, so just step right on up, ma'am. Raise your right hand, and we'll go. I'll say aye, you say aye, and state your name, and we'll go from there.
I, Veronica Perry McBeth.
I didn't say aye yet.
I was ready. My bad.
I like someone that's ready. Ready, didn't wait. Just Veronica started working before she was working. She helped us out on the snowstorm on a volunteer basis. That's a dedicated servant. We love that. I
Veronica Perry McBeth,
do swear
do swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and that I will
and that I will
be faithful and bear true allegiance
be faithful and bear true allegiance
to the state of Maryland
to the state of Maryland
and support the Constitution and laws thereof,
and support the Constitution and laws thereof,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality and prejudice,
execute the office of
execute the office of
Director of the Department of Transportation for Baltimore City,
Director of the Department of Transportation for Baltimore City,
according to the Constitution of Maryland
according to the Constitution of Maryland
and the laws of Baltimore City.
and the laws of Baltimore City.
Congratulations. Good?
Thank you so much.
All right. Y'all want to come up for the swearing in? Come on. And we're back. All right. Mr. Laria, come on in, my brother.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm cool.
Nice to see you.
And last, but certainly not least, I'm proud to administer the oath of office to John Laria, who will serve as the chair of the Baltimore City Planning Commission. John brings a wealth of experience in real estate, land use, and transit advocacy expertise that will be invaluable as we work to build a more equitable and thriving Baltimore. His leadership on key transition teams from my administration, Comptroller Henry, Governor Moore, demonstrates his deep commitment to public service and thoughtful urban development. As the chair of Baltimore Regional Transit Commission, John has been a strong advocate for better transportation options, something that directly ties into our planning goals for a more connected Baltimore. I have no doubt that under John's leadership, the Planning Commission will help shape a Baltimore that is more inclusive, sustainable, and forward-thinking. John, thank you for stepping up to serve again, and I look forward to continuing to work together. Congratulations. Now, I don't think you have any doubts, but I'm going to ask you, are you ready to be sworn in?
I am ready.
You ready? Yes, sir. All right, we'll jump right to it. I'll say aye, and state your name, and we'll go from there.
Raise my hand.
Yes, sir. Right hand.
Statement. I, John Laria,
Do swear
do swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and that I will
and that I will
be faithful and bear true allegiance
be faithful and bear true allegiance
to the state of Maryland
to the state of Maryland,
and support the Constitution and laws thereof,
support the Constitution and laws thereof,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of
execute the office of
Chair of the Baltimore City Planning Commission,
Chair of the Baltimore City Planning Commission,
according to the Constitution of Maryland
according to the Constitution of Maryland
and the laws of Baltimore City.
and the laws of Baltimore City.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. Where are we going? Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Questions, anybody? No questions? All right. Questions? No one? All right, thank you. Have a good day.